Hi, my name's Abby Honebarger, and I wanted to thank you for coming out to hear my presentation for A Life Without Love. So first of all, let me paint you a picture. We're going to be in a not too distant future where the world is controlled by sexual social pressures. It's based off of problems in today's world where you can see Teen Mom or shows like that where kids are they're almost glorified for having sex at a young age or being really active with people. So in this world there will be no personal connections between one another. It's just going to be strictly hanging out with boys and girls and kissing, having sex, just not being able to connect on a personal level, an intellectual level, being able to talk to somebody, because that's looked down upon. The society is more based towards everyone should go, it's more accepted to have sex and to be physical than it is to want to talk to somebody. They say talking is for married people, it's a grown-up thing to do. So that's our world we're living in. Our main character will be played by Josh Hutcherson. His name is Aiden Charles, and he strives to meet these social norms. So he's very out there, he has lots of dates with lots of girls, and his parents are so proud because he is doing what the society expects of him. Until he goes on a date with Emma Clark, played by Emma Watson. They end up actually falling in love on their date. They actually end up talking. They don't want to do the physical aspects that they're supposed to do on a date. They talk about politics or what they find interesting in the world. So that starts all of their problems. Aiden's dad will be played by Hugh Laurie, and I feel he will be a good character for this role because he can be a fun-loving dad who's really proud of his son, but then also can be really strict whenever he starts turning away from the social norms and going into trying to actually have a real, what we call a real relationship. The mom will be Katherine Heigl, and she will be bragging to all of her friends in Stitch Club about how perfect her son is and how many dates he goes on. And she'll be perfect for this role because she's known for playing really strict roles or being a very controlled person. But then once her son deviates, she doesn't want to talk about him anymore. She wants to put him aside because it's not the right thing to do, so it's not the right son to have. So as I said before, Aiden, he goes along with everything until he meets Emma. So then that changes his whole view of love. He doesn't want to be having sex all the time. He wants to actually be able to talk to somebody and get to know somebody and feel like someone actually cares about who he is, not just what he looks like or what he can present. So despite that everyone is telling them how wrong it is for them to want to talk and be together that way, they still decide that they're going to try to fight for this different lifestyle. So the intended audience will be teens and young adults and anyone interested in this social issue because it is a very big social issue. You see more teens going to Planned Parenthood than to go hang out. It's becoming a problem. So it can be seen as a precautionary tale, it's okay to not want to do that stuff young some people are nowadays, or most people are nowadays, and to actually have a true relationship with somebody. So why make my movie? It's a very controversial topic because it is a topic that's a problem in today's society. So it'll hit pretty close to home. And they're pretty simple scenes, so it won't cost a lot to make. It's just one day, a date with the characters. You can see how they get to interact, and there's not very many characters. And